So this is your mission in life, is it? To fulfill this strange, morbid prophecy and attempt to bring about not the end of the world?
You heard about the relics. The 6 different objects that I used to bind this place. Oh, you've seen the cuff before? Well, that's convenient. Look at that. You already got one down. Maybe you can do this. You lost it?
Bracelets ail your life. Your choice, human.
A forest goblin took it. Well then, go back and offer them something in return.
You might want to think about what you're going to offer this goblin in return. Baby teeth. You've done your research, haven't you? So, to Shadowmoor Forest, I suppose, eh? Well, I cannot say that I envy the task ahead of you. Here, dinner. I heard you somewhere in these bushes. Please. Knobb does not want another supper of berries and leaves. Knobb needs more. Oh, who are you? What are you doing here? Knobb has nothing to you, but Knobb warns you. Knobb has a dagger and knows how to use it. Wait a moment. Knobb remembers your face. Oh. Okay. So maybe Knobb may have done one thing or another to the human traveler, but Knobb did not eat the human. Knobb, let the human go, please. And Knobb does know how to use this dagger. What? Oh, the human has not returned to exact revenge on poor little Knobb. Good. Wait, then why is the human here? Cuff. Oh, the cuff that the human traveled with. Yes, a very, very lovely cuff with silver engravings on it. Yes, quite a lovely piece. Knobb remembers it. Knobb very much liked that cuff. It was so shiny and pretty. Huh? Oh, the human has returned to see Knobb because the human wishes to have the cuff back. It must be a very valuable cuff indeed for the human to brave the dangers of this forest just to get it. Yes, it must be quite valuable indeed. Huh? Oh, yes, Knobb understands the human wants it back, but, no. Human may go now. Knobb is hunting. Dinner here, dinner. What? The human has brought something to trade for the cuff. Goblins do ever so much like trades. It would have to be something better than the cuff, you know. The cuff is quite wonderful, isn't it? It is better than the cuff. Oh, well, what is it? What did the human bring? Well, Knobb thinks it is important. Well, Knobb does not have the cuff anymore. No, Knobb very much liked the cuff. It was quite a lovely and shiny cuff. But you see, Knobb works for someone in the forest, and Knobb must give to Master what Master wants, and then Knobb gets to live. So, Master was quite interested in the human's shiny cuff. So Knobb does not have it anymore. Sorry. Out of curiosity, what was it that you brought? Well, Knobb wants to know. If human brought something for Knobb, then Knobb wants to see it. Where is the cuff? I mean, Knobb knows where it is. Yes, certainly. Knobb could tell the human, Knobb supposes. Tell Knobb what human has brought, and then Knobb will tell human where the cuff is. A trade of information, if you will. What is this? Knobb might know what is in here. Oh, baby teeth. Did you bring Knobb baby teeth? Where did the human get so many baby teeth? There's so many in here. Roughly 326, Knobb would say. Oh, lovely baby teeth. Human must know quite a bit about goblin culture to know that baby teeth are so very, very valuable to goblins. Where did human get so many baby teeth? Knobb has not seen a collection this large in quite some time. The peddler. Quite a well-informed peddler, but, alright. Yes, I know. Knobb knows that Knobb will not keep the baby teeth. Knobb does not have the cuffs, so Knobb cannot have the beautiful bag of baby teeth. Huh? Oh, yes. Knobb did say that if the human told Knobb what human had, that Knobb would tell human where the cuff is. That's only fair, yes. Well, you see, the master that Knobb works for, he is, One moment. Knobb does not wish to speak here. Follow Knobb. Knobb will take you somewhere safer. And then Knobb will tell the human everything. Yes? There. Have a seat, human. Why does the human look so on edge in Knobb's beautiful home? Is human not grateful for Knobb's hospitality? Oh, yes, I suppose last time human was here, Knobb had human tied up. Well then, human is not tied up this time, and Knobb will not hurt the bearer of such amazing collection of baby teeth, unless human gives Knobb a reason to. Yes, I was getting there. Patience, human. Knobb is about to begin. You see, Knobb lives alone in this forest. And Knobb has lived alone for a very long time. This forest is a dark and a dangerous place. And Knobb would only survive here with the blessing of the overlord of the forest. Oh, you didn't know there was an overlord to this forest, did you? Well, I suppose a traveler passing through, why would you? But there is. The overlord is a very, very powerful man, seemingly all-knowing and quite clever. And he is very, very fond of gaining more power. So, Knobb works for the overlord. You see, Knobb has, on many, many occasions, run into foolish travelers who wish to cut off a few days' journey from wherever they're going, and so they decide to cut through the forest. I mean, really quite foolish, if you ask me. Going into a dark forest when you know nothing about it is not at all what you did, is it? Anyway. When Knobb encounters these travelers, Knobb often comes into the possession, one way or another, of treasures. Quite shiny things or useful things, sometimes quite loud things. Anyway, so Knobb has these treasures, and then Knobb shows them to Master, the overlord of the forest. See, Knobb has this shiny necklace, and when the gem in the middle glows, it means that Master is calling. And so Knobb goes to the Master's house and shows Master the treasures that Knobb has collected. And as long as Knobb has enough treasures to show Master, then Knobb is not punished. Knobb does not like being punished. Anyway, so Knobb shows Master treasures, and then the Master chooses which treasures Master wishes to keep, and then Knobb gets to keep the rest. Quite a few very interesting things, some of them shiny, some of them, yes, quite fascinating. Oh, yes. Anyway, when Knobb showed Master the human's cuff, Master was very, very interested in it. Far more interested than in any other treasure that Knobb has ever shown Master. And he snatched it up. Knobb got to keep some other things, but Master very much was interested in the cuff. So, that is where human's cuff is, in the hands of the Master, most likely still in the big house. Where is that? Oh, well, it is a very big house in the sort of northeast corner of the forest. Not difficult to spot, but difficult to get into if one is not invited. And in Knobb's experience, very difficult to leave. Unless you've been invited, of course, yes. Oh, well, Knobb is able to come and go freely as long as Knobb comes when Master calls. You see, Knobb has a special doorway that goes into Master's lair, where Knobb presents her treasures, but it's only ever opened when Master calls. Human would not be able to get in that way. There is one other way in, but human would not be able to use that one either. At least not very usefully. What do I mean? Here, let me show you. Let's see, I know I've got some parchment around here somewhere. Yeah. There we go. That'll work. All right. Now, Knobb has only ever been to the basement of the big house. When the Master summons, Knobb enters through a small doorway. Here, Knobb will show. The house is shaped strange. A little round right there. Okay. This is Knobb's recollection, which is very, very good for a recollection. Okay, here. When Knobb is summoned, there is a door here, on the outside, on the ground. It sort of goes down into a tunnel, and Knobb enters what is the Master's throne room, right here. There are columns and statues of quite scary things that Knobb very much does not like. But Master sits there, and Knobb stands right there and offers Master Knobb's treasures. And then when Master decides to take certain things, then they go through these archways here into this big strange room here. This room, there are boxes and crates and shelves and tables full of all kinds of fascinating, interesting things. Shiny things, useful things, scary-looking things sometimes. Knobb is not allowed in this room, and Knobb does not like that room, but that is where all of the shinies go. Now this room back here, Knobb very much does not like this room. This is where there are smaller rooms with all kinds of not nice things, and that is where Knobb is taken when Knobb is punished. Knobb does not like to go back there. Now this part of the house, Knobb does not know what is in there. There are little switches over here on the side of the wall that Knobb can see, but has never been seen operated. So Knobb does not know what happens in this strange room of the house. But it is there, Knobb supposes. Now, that is one side of the basement. Then there is a very, very large, thick wall right here that has no doors or windows or any sort of ways to get from this side of the basement to this side of the basement. Now, on this side of the basement is a very, very interesting room. This room here, Knobb calls it the big food room. There are all sorts of crates and barrels and tables full of food, delicious, amazing collections of food for the big house. Now, this room, there is a staircase here that leads up to the rest of the house, Knobb would assume, but Knobb does not enter through there. Knobb has found in the corner over here, in the grass outside of the big house, there is a little grate that has some holes in it. And Knobb may have made the holes a bit bigger to make them a bit knob-sized holes. So Knobb has tunneled from this little grate into a little corner of the big food room. And every once in a while, Knobb will sneak into the big food room and take some food for Knobb. Now, Knobb cannot do that very often, because Knobb does not want to take anything that will be missed. The master and all of the servants would be quite cross with Knobb, and Knobb does not want to be punished for that. But it is quite the fascinating room. And then over here there are some other rooms and things with big squishy tables. Servants and people tend to stay in there, Knobb supposes. Not important, not interesting. What is important is the big food room here. However, as Knobb has said, there is no way to get from the big food room to these rooms over here. Knobb has checked. Knobb has checked this wall for any sort of crevices or secret doors or passageways, and there is none. It seems to Knobb that the only way to get to this big food room is through these stairs. Now, over here, in Master's throne room, there is one other entrance. There is the entrance that Knobb uses. But this is only ever open when Knobb is called from Master. Knobb has checked. But there is also a loopy staircase right here. It goes up, loops up and up to the main floor of the big house, Knobb would assume. So this must be the loopy staircase that Master takes to enter and sit on his big throne room before he calls Knobb into her secret door. But Knobb has never been up this loopy stairs. That is, that is where Master lives, upstairs, and Master is always sitting here when Knobb is here, so Knobb cannot just go looking. But anyway, that is Knobb's recollection of the big house basement. So, there the human has it. That is at least the basement of the big house, as Knobb remembers it. And Knobb has a very good memory with things like this, so it is quite accurate. The rest of the house, well, no, Knobb has not been in there. That is where the Master lives. That is not a place that Knobb wishes to go. Like Knobb said, it is difficult to enter the big house if one is not explicitly invited by the big house. Well, there's Master that lives there, and then there's some other strange person with bright red eyes that Knobb has seen in the gardens a few times. And some servants and people like that, yes. But Knobb does not know all that much about the rest of the big house. yes, I mean, Knobb knows where the loopy stairs are from below, so Knobb could most likely figure out how to get to the loopy stairs from inside the big house, if we were to get inside to the big house. You want Knobb's help to get into the big house, to Master's house. That is very dangerous, human. You do not really care about danger, do you? Traveling through dark forests you know nothing about by yourself, and infiltrating the home of a very, very powerful person. You must really, really need this cuff, don't you? If Knobb helps human recover this cuff, would Knobb get to keep the bag of baby teeth? You strike a hard bargain, human. But Knobb will consider helping. Now, how does the human get into the big house? You know, the big house, it gets shipments, food, supplies, things like that, delivered about once a month or so. Yes, I believe the next shipment actually is tomorrow afternoon. Yes, Knobb keeps track of these things by the moon. It's quite important for Knobb. Like Knobb said, Knobb likes to sneak into the big food room now and then, so Knobb likes to know when there are fresh things there. So if the human were to dress up as one of the servants who bring the shipments in, perhaps the human could make it into the big house. Oh, do not worry about Knobb. We'll get in on Knobb's own. That is fine. You will need the uniform, though. Hold on, where did I get it? Oh, here it is. Yeah. This is the uniform of the servants who work in the big house. Yes. Somewhat simple, but, it will do. Hopefully this is somewhat the human size. That doesn't look too bad. That should work. Where did I get it? Never you mind, human. Never you mind. It is fortuitous that Knobb has one, isn't it? Yes, it is. So, if the human sneaks into the big house in the guise of a servant, then Knobb will meet the human inside, and Knobb and human can search for the loopy stairs that lead down to the basement. Then perhaps Knobb and human will be able to find human's cuff. Yes, perhaps. This is still going to be quite dangerous. Well, Master does travel quite a lot. Knobb likes to keep tabs on when Master is actually home. Knobb has not seen Master in quite a long time, so it is most likely that Master is not home. So we may not have to deal with him, but we still have to get through, all of the servants. I bet we could do it. What do you think? Would you like to break into the big house with Knobb and recover this precious artifact of yours? You do seem quite eager, don't you, human? It might be dangerous, but Knobb thinks this could also be quite